Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my Trying a New Makeup Product Everyday series. Today I have a very fun, colorful eyeshadow palette to try out from Natasha Denona. This is the Jubilee palette and I just got this in my June 2022 Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. So if you haven't seen that unboxing yet, that video is up here on my YouTube channel. I'm very excited to see Natasha Denona, a very expensive brand, in Ipsy now. This palette has a retail value of $48, but I'm so excited to play around with these colors. This is also cruelty-free, preservative-free, oil-free, mineral oil-free, paraben-free. And so there's a mix of shimmers and mattes. I think these three are shimmers, these two are mattes, and first things first, I'm gonna swatch these. Oh, such a nice texture. Ooh, that is actually a really pretty yellow. Now this one, oh my gosh, that's like a dark navy blue. It almost looks black in this, so I was curious what color. Holy moly. Oh, a beautiful like seafoam blue. Mint frost. That navy blue is incredible. Even though like it swatches less dark than it looks in the pan, it is still so intense. I have not seen an eyeshadow that intensely pigmented blue. Oh my gosh. I'm nervous this is going to stain my skin like crazy, but it is so cool. And then like going the complete opposite direction, this frosty yellow, so pretty. Ooh, a very beautifully pigmented like watermelon pink. A nice tan shade. And then the minty shimmery blue. Oh, the colors are not exactly cohesive, but they're fun. Here you can see how those all swatched. I keep a makeup wipe on my filming desk here for after swatching and needing to remove the eyeshadows from my fingers. Let's see what happens when I try and remove the blue. Okay, good. It comes off completely. It didn't stain my finger, but that is like the darkest, coolest shade of blue. I'm like, oh my gosh. I feel like my comfort zone would be to use that as more of like a liner shade. So that's probably what I'll do because the other shades in this palette don't really necessarily go with that blue. But wow. Next step is to prime one of my eyelids, and I'm going in with this Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. And I just always like to review eyeshadow palettes with and without an eyeshadow primer. So I'm only applying this to one of my eyes so that we can compare any difference. And so the yellow shade actually swatches lighter than it looks in the pan. So I'm actually going to use this as my highlight shade. I'm going to pick it up with my finger and let's see how this looks. I'm going to apply it to the brow. Yeah, because it has this like white reflective sheen, which makes it look like you can't even tell it's yellow. It's really pretty because an actual yellow eyeshadow I don't think would look that great on me, but having it be more of this like super light gold kind of effect is so pretty. That does a beautiful job of highlighting and brightening the eye. It's like an intense highlight, but I love it. It shows up so nicely as a highlight. If I was thinking of this as more of a yellow eyeshadow, I would think that it's a little bit too sheer and too light, but for a highlighting purpose, I love it. Next, I'm gonna pick up the shade called Vintage Taupe on the end here on a crease brush. And then I'm gonna blend this taupe shade in the crease up to the brow bone. Oh, this one actually is showing up really nicely pigmented. And I like to use a shade like this, like a matte brown tan shade in the transition area to build up dimension, contour the eye shape. And this is actually perfect for that. Wow, I love that effect. And then I blend it up over the highlight as well. So now the highlight and the transition shade are perfectly blended together. Wow. This one I would say is showing up true to color to how it looks in the pan. And it's easy to blend. I'm so glad this palette has those two essential shades, in my opinion, the essential shades, a crease shade to contour and a highlight shade. And when I first looked at this palette, I wasn't so sure. But this right here, the highlight, the crease shade, this is kind of the starting point for all eyeshadow looks that I do. Or you can just stop here for a little enhancing, easy eyeshadow look, because it really does help emphasize the eyes and really plays up the eyes in such an easy way. But wow, I really like this shade, and I really like this highlight. And so I want to use every shade in the palette for this eyeshadow look, but I'm definitely a little stumped by the pink because I just don't really wear pinks like this on my eyes too much. But I think I'm going to pick it up and work it into the crease. So just focusing it right here. Let's see what kind of effect this has. Wow, that pink actually is showing up extremely pigmented. It's more noticeably pink than I was expecting. I thought it would kind of just mix with this taupe shade, maybe deepen this up as like a dusty rose. But no, like that is an obvious pink. But let's just go with it. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of the pink and apply it into the outer corner. I don't know why, but I'm having a much harder time blending out the pink. I feel like it just kind of sticks down and doesn't blend out or move. But I did not have that problem with the other taupe matte shade. That's interesting. Just give a little pink effect. I mean, I love pink, but this is the type of pink that kind of matches the pink color that I get in my skin, so I don't want it to look like irritation to my eye or anything like that. So that's why I don't really use this shade of pink too much. Like I would maybe use this on the lips, the cheeks, but on the eye, I just don't find it to be super flattering for me. But that's okay. It's hard to work with too. Like on the eye without the primer here, it's showing up definitely less bright and pink, but it's so sticky. It's not blending. Yeah, not too crazy about that shade, but I am very intrigued by this beautiful minty blue. I'm going to pick it up with my finger, and I feel like this is kind of a very random shade to be throwing in with this warm tone, pinky, neutral look I have going on, but we're going in for the pop of color. I'm going to apply this. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for the rest of the eyelid. I mean, it really does pop against these other shades, and it's such a beautiful blue, really sparkly, and it has great pigment. It's very opaque. So fun. It's kind of like a cotton candy eyeshadow look, but it's actually really pretty. I like that. Not like a everyday eyeshadow look for me, but really cute. Like that's such an impressive metallic formula. So opaque, bright, shimmery, and metallic. Wow, I love that. and it applies really easily. Okay, I mean, it's definitely a pop of color, but it's much more cohesive than I was expecting. That looks so pretty. Oh my gosh. And that just leaves one shade left. And I think I'm going to start applying it on the lower lash line, and we'll see if maybe I want to bring some onto the top lash line as well. But I'm going to go in with a more pencil shaped small brush, pick up the dark blue and line the lower lash line. And blend it down. Oh, that definitely makes it more of an intense look, but wow, that is fun. I am gonna, for the fun of it, pick up a little more and just line, let's just go like the outer third to try and enhance the eye even more. Maybe make it a little bit more cohesive. What do we think? Blend that out. Ooh, I mean, it is much more bold with that blue. It adds a lot to the look, but it is really cool. This might be my favorite Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette that I've tried. I'm just really pleasantly surprised by how this all came together. And these formulas are really nice, really fun too. Like, I used all the shades and came up with this colorful, intense look, but there are so many different directions that you can take these colors in. And here is what my finished eyeshadow look looks like. And it is making me so happy. I'm just loving these colors now. Wow. So if you have this palette or if you've used it before, let me know what kind of looks you've done. I just feel so inspired by these colors, and since they're overall, besides the pink, very easy to work with, I just think this is going to be so fun to have in my collection. And then the last thing I like to check, the eye with the primer versus without it, and wow, no difference. Showed up just as vibrant and pigmented, well, except for that pink shade. That pink one was difficult. Not as good as the other ones, but the rest look exactly the same with and without the primer. No creasing. Yay. Well, thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.